back, guys. So I am giving you guys my 10 anticipated films 2016 list. This is very hard to do. I yesterday spent time, I think half an hour, because there were like 40 films that I was really excited for, but I had to break it down to 10. So here are my 10 anticipated films from 10 all the way up to 1. My number 10 is a film called The Witch. I saw the trailer first when I saw The Revenant, so this is one of those films where I didn't hear about it up until a couple weeks ago. But I'm really excited for this because the trailer looks very different from other horror films. This looks like it's not going to be a mainstream horror film. It looks like it's actually going to build tension slowly, but at the same time actually be creepy and well acted, because the acting does seem like it's going to be top notch. But I'm surprised because I never thought I'd have a horror film on my top 10 anticipated films list. It hasn't happened before, come to think about it. But my number 9 is a film that is on the opposite spectrum of this. It's called Finding Dory, and for the longest time I called it Finding Nemo 2, I'll be honest. But Finding Dory 2 I'm really excited for. I did a trailer reaction review a while back, and I'm excited for this because Finding Nemo was such a great film. They're having the same director and the same writers, same cast members too, so it may not match the original, but it should come really close because they still have a lot of support from Pixar. So, and plus, Inside Out was great, so it's not like Pixar has lost steam. If anything, they've gained momentum over the years. My number 8 is a film that many people I know are kind of like, were asking me, like, Chad, what are your thoughts on this film? Like, do you think it's going to be good? And every time I say, yeah, I think it's going to be good. I mean, it's a Coen Brothers film. That would be Hail Caesar. Hail Caesar, I like it based on the trailer because they are kind of like picking apart period pieces. Not necessarily period pieces, but those films that are like Oscar films, because it's just a fun film. It's being serious, but at the same time it's funny. And it's adding in the whole, I kidnapped someone, like you need to give me money, like from Fargo, but it's like they're still poking fun of Oscar films. And I like Oscar films, but it's still very funny to see directors self-aware of themselves because they're Oscar beloved, but still, it's great. I'm really excited for Hail Caesar. My number 7 is a film that I'm hoping, really, really hoping that it's good, and that would be The Conjuring 2. I'm a huge fan of the first Conjuring. I've seen it 2 or 3 times, and I really liked it. And for most people that know, a horror film doesn't really hold up after multiple viewings. But with The Conjuring, it does. It holds up very well. And I'm hoping that The Conjuring 2, which is directed by James Wan, same director as the first, and same cast, I'm really hoping that it's just as good as the first, if not better. But, number 6 now. Captain America, Civil War. I am really excited for this. It's the same 2 directors who did The Winter Soldier, and I think it's just going to be just as gritty, if not more so. And that's something that the second one of the Captain America franchise really surprised me by, because a lot of Marvel films aren't really gritty. They're fun action films. But The Winter Soldier was actually deep and gritty, and I'm hoping that the third one has the same feel. And based on the trailer, it will. So I'm really excited for that. My number 5 pick is an interesting one because I know most people haven't heard of this. However, when the trailer comes out over the summer, people are going to be like, that's a film to look for. The film is called Passengers, and Passengers stars Chris Pratt and, of course, Jennifer Lawrence. And it's the same director who did The Imitation Game, and I'm a big fan of The Imitation Game. I thought that was one of the best films of 2014. So it's going to be interesting, and on top of that, it's a space film, so get pumped because you had Gravity, you had Interstellar, and then last year you had The Martian. This year we got Passengers, so I'm excited for that. My number 4 pick, it's called Sully. No, it is not a prequel to Monsters, Inc. I had to throw that in. Sully is directed by Clint Eastwood, and it stars Tom Hanks, and that combination right there is fantastic. I'm a huge Tom Hanks fan. Clint Eastwood's a great director, so I think it's going to be a win-win situation. And now my number 3 pick, it's The Magnificent Seven. And again, it's strange that I have remakes and sequels on my list, but I'm actually excited for The Magnificent Seven because the director, Antoine Fuqua, or whatever his name is, he's good when it comes to action scenes. I'm not a fan of Southpaw, but I did think that The Equalizer was decent, and that's where he showed that he has action caliber. And with The Magnificent Seven, you need action scenes, and especially to be gritty, and I think that they will be. And add in Chris Pratt and Denzel Washington among other actors, and you have a film that has a lot of potential, especially since it's coming out towards the last part of the year. I think it's September, so I'm excited for that. My number 2 is a film that isn't titled yet, but it should be at this point, and it's called the Fifth Bourne film. I hated the fourth one, but I am a huge fan of the original trilogy, and I'm hoping that the fifth one brings it back full circle, because Paul Greengrass is back in the directing chair, and Matt Damon's also back. And Matt Damon proved that he's still great at acting, especially in The Martian, so I'm excited. My number 1 pick now, the film that, for argument's sake, a lot of people are divided about, although everyone's going to see it, and that would be Batman vs. Superman: Dawn of Justice. This is one of those films that I have been anticipating for quite some time. Just the idea of these two facing off against each other, it's pretty incredible. And plus, it's the same writer who did Argo, and it's the same director who did Man of Steel. And no matter how you guys feel about Man of Steel, Zack Snyder does have a lot of visual flair to his films. So either way, it's going to be an engaging film. So I'm excited for that. But guys, let me know your top 10 anticipated films of 2016. I'm really looking forward to hearing that. And I will be reviewing TV shows. Not going to tell you guys what. But I'm also going to be giving you guys my Academy Award predictions pretty soon, because it's coming up February 28th. So, but if you guys enjoyed watching this, hit the like button. And if you haven't done so already, hit the subscribe button. Thank you very much for watching.